First, thank you for teaching me a lesson. I used to think I'm from Tamil Nadu and that's my place. You taught me 35 or more years ago that I am an Indian. I was just a South Indian actor. You people made me into an Indian actor. I'm ever so grateful. वो सबक मैंने यहाँ सिखाया. So I didn't know a word of Hindi when I was doing my first film. I was exactly what the hero of Ek Duje Ke Liye was. And without your support, your applause, I couldn't have come back onto this stage. And it looks like only a few days back, I was saluting my gurus. And now here is a gentleman who's calling me a guru. I don't know whether to accept it or doubt myself. Because I always doubted myself because I have worked with some of the greatest teachers who have put me on this stage. And some of them have been from here. I'm a great fan and a student of Yusuf Saab, Dilip Kumar Saab, that is. I don't know how many people knew because it was a secret pact. I used to come here whenever I can on December, on his birthday, and kneel before him to kiss his hand. I am a movie buff, and I am a child of cinema. I came to act when I was 3 years old. My first film released when I was just about to hit 5. Here I am, still working.
The biggest fan of Shankar sir. I worked with Shankar sir for 6 years, and he's my guru. The day I wanted to get into cinema is by seeing his films, and especially the film Indian had given a great impact in me as a writer and director, and I am always a fan of Hindustani 1, and now I'm going to be the fan of Hindustani 2, and it's a long wait, but still you have to wait for the best things to come in life. So I think this is going to be the best film for the entire Indian country. We're going to be very proud of this film. I know about this film because I think 10 years back once when we were in a shooting, when I was working as a AD with Sir mentioned about an idea, should we do Indian too? I'm saying about in 2005-6, he was mentioning that time robot was happening. So I think it's a long vision and a big vision, and it's going to come into theater. And whatever I have seen till this second is something unimaginable. And to be very precise, now we are talking pan-India. Now we are talking about films that crosses boundary. I think Hindustani is the film. Crossed every boundary, and there were a lot of fans for that film, and that's going to shower again. And moreover, to talk about Kamal sir, Kamal sir is the Bible of Indian cinema, and he has given everything. What you ask for, I think even my son meets in future, if he needs to know about cinema, first he has to see all his films and know what is cinema. And he's a Bible and encyclopedia of cinema. I always owe him, and I want to work with you, sir. Someday I will crack a script and come to you, sir. And Siddharth is my good friend, and moreover, Ani is not here. Ani is the best musician. He has given Jawan, and this is going to be the next big album. And I'm a big fan of Para song, and that's it I can say now.
बहुत है, आप ट्रेलर में भी देखे होंगे. Lot of it is there. As a matter of fact, he personifies that internet era in the film, and a few more actors, able actors with him. They play an important part in the expose of not only corruption, but of Hindustani, the hero itself. क्या मैं नफरत करूं या शुक्रिया अदा? What have we done? It is us. And the politicians are none other than one of the populace. We are all responsible for the corruption, and we must all change our mind. And the best time to change our mind is during elections. these are just reminders of how corrupt we have become. You told me about black and white era. Nothing has changed thanks to corruption. Everything will change thanks to the collective conscience. Thank you. After so many years in the cinema, allowing me to do another film itself is a great thing. Thank you. Thank you all. So I think every time I surprise myself, I live a dream. So dream में कभी उड़ते हैं, कभी मरते हैं, कभी we become something else. I've become all that thanks to you, and I'm continuing to do that. The next opportunity I get to perform before you is a miracle for me. When he said, I'm not going to do any more films, then I sold the rights to somebody because I couldn't think of anybody else. Because while I knew I was doing it with the greatest actor, I knew when I was born in Tamil Nadu, Shivaji Saab. And through him, he translated Yusuf Saab for me. I could understand that acting transcends language. And so that was a dream that didn't come through, but somebody else made it and made it very well. It became a success. So that to explain my film, he just has to say Virasat. I thank those filmmakers. He's also a friend of mine for doing that so well that people will remember the address of my film through that film.
Kamal
And sir, how I wrote the film is I was thinking of Shivaji Saab. I was thinking of my native place. I was thinking of myself. And things just happened. I wrote it in 7 days. Maybe 140, but I don't know. That age has to be determined by him. I'd like to act even when I'm 120. Woo! Goje Yamaguchi, the 6th Dan of Budokai in Chennai, when he was 89. So it's possible, but that's the only example I could think of. We all will have to share the answer because when somebody was asking about the budget was not just decided by the director and the script. COVID decided our budget. Some of the accidents delayed and increased the budget. The tenacity of purpose of both the director and the producer has to be applauded even before the film becomes a hit. That I owe to them. So this is that applause for them. Because it's very easy to let go. Haath dukh raha hai, so let me leave this and go to another work. They didn't do that. Because all of us were working, we had other films to do, and even he had other films. But not to let go of this child, not to orphan this child, was a decision taken by Laika Productions and Mr. Shankar.
And the main thing is is updated acting. That is very important. Like once the actors become senior, keep on doing the roles and all that, they may become repetitive, and after a period of time, it may get bored for the audience to see their performance. Okay, so I'm seeing Kamal sir today. All his performance very updated. So that is a special thing I have seen in his performance.
The Shankar that should be today, with all the experience, I have seen in the first film. He was very confident. As a matter of fact, I was not too willing to do the movie because I had another story very similar. I said, actors have this problem. I want to do this movie, not this one and all that. I had that problem also. I wanted to do it again with Shivaji Saab. But he never budged. Then I raised my money. The producer didn't move. He kept, because the director said, if I make the film, I'll make it only with this gentleman. And he was confident like a very savvy, seasoned director. That I was surprised about. The same cool, calm start and cut I hear even today. That's astounding.
टीचर्स क्योंकि शंकर सर जिनको सबको पता है, लेकिन एवरी फिल्म ही डज इज एट अ स्केल जो मामूली लोगों के बस की बात नहीं होती उतना सोचना, समझ रहे हो आप? हिंदी सिनेमा हैज सीन सम इनक्रेडिबल मास्टर्स ऑफ ग्रैंडियर एंड क्राफ्ट लाइक के आसिफ साहब एंड ऑल द वे अप टू संजय लीला भंसाली सर, हु डू स्पेक्टिकल वे एवरी फ्रेम, यार एक फ्रेम क्रिएट करने के लिए एक दिन लगता है. You know, so Shankar Sir has been doing that since his first film, and every film of Shankar Sir's is what, like he describes, it's an impossible dream, and it's him and the people who believe in him that take it up a mountain and they become forever. So Shankar Sir today also directs, imagines, eats and sleeps and dreams cinema the same way. Like I've worked with him for 21 years. I've seen him 21 years apart, and Shankar Sir is still the weaver of impossible dreams. I call him the merchant of dreams of Indian cinema, because he thinks and dreams in ways that will give all of us sleepless nights because it's so expansive. And we were shooting Dada Arare song, and every day the setups he would make me feel like I was in a dream dancing in that song, because to set up every shot it takes 1,200 people and I have to dance in the middle of it. And I asked him, how do you do this every day? And he was shooting another film parallelly, huh? And he doesn't know, I always keep spying on him and seeing what he's doing on all his sets. He was shooting with 2,000 people in another state for another film one day before, and then he's come here at 4:30 in the morning and he's setting up 1,500 people in a shot. And he says, I only know how to make films like this. And I believe him, because that's the dreams that he works with. So Shankar Sir is the same. He always dreams the impossible dream. और रही कमल सर की बात, what I took away from him, कमल सर को मैंने 20 साल से, मैं जो भी इंटरव्यू में कोई भी अकलमंदी की बात करूँ ना, वो आप अगर थोड़ा गूगल करोगे तो मेरे से पहले उन्होंने बोला होगा, तो मैं बस चेप रहा हूँ उसको, ठीक है ना? तो मैं बहुत वो कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहा था. तो उस टाइम मैंने कहा था मुझे स्टार नहीं बनना, मुझे एक्टर बनना है. तो उन्होंने कहा ऐसा क्यों? तो मैंने कहा बस मुझे ऐसे लगता है. तो ये मैं 20 साल पहले के इंटरव्यू की बात कर रहा हूँ. तो मुझे कमल सर ने सिखाया था कि सबसे पहले मेरा काम है एक एक्टर बनना, ना कि एक स्टार बनना या एक हीरो कहलाना. क्योंकि एक्टर का काम वो होता है जो लेखक उसके लिए लिखता है और डायरेक्टर उससे कराता है. और अगर वो लोग चाहें तो ये तालियां बजेंगी, लेकिन मैं तालियों के लिए भीख नहीं मांगता और पहले 5 मिनट में उसको एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं करता. तो ये मैंने कमल सर से सीखा है. और सेट पे जो काम चलता था, मैं कमल हासन के सामने खड़ा हूं और मेरी डायलॉग, 1 पेज के डायलॉग दिए गए मुझे. मैं बोल रहा हूँ सर 1 सेकंड, मैं सीधा गया डायरेक्टर के पास, सर मेरे सामने कमल हासन एक्ट कर रहा है सर. मैं बोल रहा हूँ उसके, तू सोच मेरे पे क्या बीत रही होगी, तू चल जाके एक्ट कर वहां पे. सो इट वाज सो एक्साइटिंग फॉर अस टू सी हिम behave like a child. He works like a first timer in every shot, and he doesn't. सब लोग सोचते हैं ना कमल हासन सेट पे है तो वही सब कुछ करते होंगे, वही सब कुछ, प्रोड्यूसर भी वही है, डायरेक्टर भी वही है, वही गाना गा देंगे, वही नाच देंगे, वही सब कुछ कर देंगे. वैसे उनमें काबिलियत है, वो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन वो क्या करते हैं, वो ऐसे बस जाके डायरेक्टर के सामने पूरा, उनका बॉडी लैंग्वेज थोड़ा सबमिशन का होता है, बोलिए, और वो सुनते हैं ऐसे, और पूरा सुन के ठीक है, इतना ही होता है उनका, और बाकी सब इंटरनल है. और वो अपने आप को याद दिलाते रहते हैं कि वो उतने पहुंचे हुए आदमी नहीं है. वो बहुत मॉडेस्टी और ह्यूमिलिटी दिखाते हैं. तो दैट्स व्हाट आई टेक फ्रॉम हिम, कि आपको जितना भी मालूम हो, जब आप काम पूरी, मतलब आप वो क्या बोलते हैं, प्योरिटी के साथ करते हैं ना, आपको ये पहले महसूस होना है कि मुझे कुछ नहीं पता और मैं आज सीखूंगा. तो वो आज भी रोज सीखते हैं. और वो मेरे को रात के 11 बजे फोन करके बोलेंगे तुमने ये बुक पढ़ी है. मैंने कहा मैं तो सो रहा था. तो ये बुक पढ़ो. ठीक है सर मैं पढ़ता हूँ. अभी पढ़ते रहते हैं, फिल्में देखते रहते हैं. ही इज अ यूनिवर्सिटी, ही इज अ वॉकिंग टॉकिंग यूनिवर्सिटी. सो दैट्स व्हाट आई लर्न फ्रॉम हिम, दैट एवरी डे बी अ स्टूडेंट. दैट्स व्हाई ही स्टिल सेज मैं कैसे गुरु कहला सकता हूँ. वो अभी भी अपने आप को विद्यार्थी समझते हैं वो, ठीक है ना. सो दैट इज कमल सर, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव लर्नड फ्रॉम हिम.
No, actually, the person to be blamed is Mr. Vairamuthu, who created that line. And since Hindustani was dubbed in Hindi, they just picked up that line. It's a very complicated line. What the original poet was trying to say is that when you laugh, it feels like a telephone is ringing. He sort of confused with the B-L-L-E and B-E-L-L, I think.
देखिए इंडियन 2 या हिंदुस्तानी 2 की कहानी तो मतलब 28 साल से लोग लिख रहे हैं और पिछले 5 सालों से बहुत से लोग बहुत से थियोरीज लेके घूम रहे हैं, मैं भी रोज पढ़ता हूँ। तो उसमें मुझे भी जो मैंने फिल्म में किया है वो तो आप देखेंगे जुलाई 12 को, लेकिन जो मैंने नहीं किया और लोग अपना इमेजिनेशन से सोच रहे हैं, मुझे सुनने में तो बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है यार कि मैंने इतने सारे आइडियाज को इंस्पायर किया है इस कैरेक्टर से। बट वॉट एवर द ट्रेलर टेल्स यू, जितना सर ने आपको बताना था उन्होंने बता दिया है। उसका क्रॉस क्वेश्चनिंग में जवाब देने की मतलब जिम्मा मैं नहीं ले सकता क्योंकि मैंने लिखा नहीं है। सो यू विल सी ऑल ऑफ दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्लॉट पॉइंट्स दैट विल बी इन द फिल्म व्हेन यू सी इट।